Hey, it's Steady Steve. Please click on the Deck Heroes icon, click on subscribe. It's 100% free. Well, blood in, blood out. Anyway, just jokes aside, please also click on the notifications and you'll be up to date with every single bit of this amazing content. I've got so many ideas and some of it's going to be a little bit risque, but all of it is good and informative, and I've got lots to add, and it will be very good fun and a good listen. Anyway, let's go. We're on part 4. It's talked about looking good, increasing your social confidence, things like that. Part 4, here we go.
Analyzing, reviewing, and critiquing your interactions. Now, this can happen in a variety of different ways. The easiest way to do this is to actually pull out your cell phone at home and record yourself for 60 seconds. I want you to actually look into the camera. I'm going to record this right now. I'll show you guys this on the screen. You're going to pull out your phone. You're going to put it down somewhere so we can actually see your whole body. And then you're going to practice talking into the phone for 60 seconds. And there's a variety of different reasons that you want to do this. Number one is you're going to practice your eye contact. You need to practice looking at the lens and being able to hold that eye contact. When I work with clients and we actually review and analyze their communication, one thing I notice is that
I'm going to rewind it as well, just so we don't miss this. Don't worry about it. But listen, 100%. Back in the day when I was a young man and I was struggling, I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't have a clue. It wasn't really until like my early 20s where I kind of started getting hints and tips, and saw one of my best friends. I saw how he approached people and kind of flew from there. Done very well from there. But also I'm a people watcher, so I'd be out clubbing all the time and I see how people approach and their confidence and their look. And once I started reading on it, I could put all the different bits together. It was like a jigsaw, and I didn't know where to put the pieces, or the pieces didn't have edges. And then I started to see how they all fit together. So that was absolutely amazing. But yeah, the one thing I did do at the time, which is definitely what he was saying, was like, look at yourself and how you smile, see how other people see you, because sometimes we're just completely unaware. But now we've got camera phones. Yeah, record yourself. Just go through the routine of what you're going to say if you approach somebody. And yes, it's going to be about smiling, looking friendly, looking approachable. What you say it. Just get some subject areas that you can say about your introduction, and open with some form of compliment. Just one compliment, preferably at the start. Otherwise, you'll be like you're begging for it, which is definitely not a strong move, and she's not going to respect you. But yeah, go through whatever you're going to say in the subject areas. Say if you think you're going to meet them on the street, then okay, where are you likely to meet them and what the conversations you can add. And of course, life may take you into a different area of conversation depending on how it all came about, and circumstances and ideas at the time. Or maybe you're going to meet them at the shops and have something planned out for that, like just general things which you can talk about in the club and the bar, and also feed on your past experience of doing the same thing, what went right and what went wrong, all of that. But definitely what he says, eye contact, smile. You're looking at yourself in the camera and you can pick up cues of what you're doing. Before he goes on, one of the things I've noticed with some other people I've known over the years is, I say you've got to have some kind of positive body language, and that's not just the smile. You know what I mean? If you're kind of halfway standing side on, so you're almost kind of saying, listen, I know you're going to let me go, or listen, I don't want to encroach on you. Do you mind if I talk to you, please? And you kind of side on or whatever, or variation of that. Look about how you come across with just kind of, I say, confidence isn't being bullish. Confidence is just not being unconfident, if you know what I mean. Just being self-assured, not in an aggressive way, not in a bullish way. Let's see what else he's got to say, because this man got lots to tell us.
guys get on the camera and they start talking, and now they're over here, and yeah, my day was going well, but it's not going that good, and I don't know, this is kind of weird for me, and I'm looking over here again, but also pay attention to my voice, listen to the way I'm talking, right? I'm not talking as confident now, and also I'm not as expressive. I'm not smiling. I don't have that much hand movement, right? I'm a little stiff and dull, and I challenge you guys. I challenge you right now, if you're watching this video, to let me turn this off. I'm gonna move back over here. I challenge you, if you're watching this video, to do this right now. You can even pause the video before I get to the end of this, or at the end of this video. Pull out your phone and record yourself for 60 seconds. And then what you want to do is you review. Okay, point number 4 is review, critique, analyze, and improve. And so it starts with looking at yourself on camera, listening to the way that you're speaking. There's a certain rhythm that you're talking at, guys. There's certain hand movements or lack of hand movements or lack of facial expression.
I don't think he's going to get into this. Another bit of advice I wanted to give is it's not about you putting on a show. It's not about you being the funniest man in the world and all that kind of stuff. You know, I'm convinced of this. Initially, it's just about expressing interest in the woman. And yeah, of course, you can be funny, but as I say, don't try and steal don't make the whole conversation about us as men when we're trying to chat somebody up. They don't know us. And it can, you know, I mean, they might politely laugh along. They might actually find it funny, but it's about us investing in them and making them feel special. And that is not just by them being in our presence. So that's another thing, a crucial thing I wanted to say. This man is telling us lots of gold. Let's listen.
Or lack of volume in your voice, or lack of smiling as you're talking periodically. You're not doing these things, dude. And you need to be working on these things. People that are very socially confident, that have a high level of charisma, they communicate a certain way. All right. And if you don't know how to do that, let me turn this back on. And so if you don't know how to do that, I just recommend that you watch this video and then you record yourself, and then side by side you watch this part of my video and compare yourself. Listen to my tonality. Listen to the speech and rhythm that I'm talking at. Look at how I can inject a little bit of a smile, or if I was even telling a funny story and he told me that, and dude, I couldn't even believe when he actually said that. Like literally for a moment my heart almost stopped for a second. Like, you need to be able to talk with that level of enthusiasm. You need to be able to laugh in the conversation. You need to be able to have a pause. You need to have your eyebrows go up when you tell the shocking part of the story or the funny part of the story, because that's what charisma is, man. That's what engaging communication is, guys. But I wasn't always like this. Okay, let me turn this off. I wasn't always like this, though. I practiced this for a very long time. I've worked on my tonality. I've analyzed myself on camera for a very long time. And so you need to do the same. It only takes 60 seconds. Pull out your phone, record yourself for 60 seconds, and then play it back. And I want you to just point out one thing right now. What's the one biggest thing that stands out to you that's the weakest factor? I would say start with your eyes, then go into your voice, then you could go into your hand movements or your smile, and then you could go into more about like facial expressions, and then there's more subtle things like injecting a laugh or injecting like a pause for dramatic effect, or softening up your voice when it got like really tense in that one moment. I thought to myself, fuck, dude, like, is that gonna... Those are more like subtle things that can add more emphasis into storytelling and communication. But you need to start on the lower end of this, because most of you guys just have a shit baseline of communication. So you need to listen, analyze, review, and improve. So you do 60 seconds, you point out what's the one biggest thing, and then you do another 60 seconds just trying to fix that one thing. And you do that every day. I recommend you do that right after you do your Talk Forever drill, or you have your phone call with that one person, because this is when you're already got the juices flowing. You're nice and warmed up. Now you pull out the phone.
You know what I'm thinking? I just wouldn't do it every day, but I think it's good advice to say do it every day. And why not? Like, we can't find, like, was it 60 seconds? You can't find 60 seconds? Probably should. Well done. Continue. Yes.
Do your 60 seconds, you review it, and then you try to make it better. And then moving forward, you could even do your communication drill if you're doing it at home. You could do it in front of the mirror, or you pull out your phone. You don't necessarily need to record the whole thing, but you can look at yourself and practice the communication while doing the drill if you want to. That's the recording you could do at home. For my guys that are a little bit more advanced, I want to go even further with it. I recommend you start recording your interactions while you're out. I'll show you guys one, like, literally right now. Hey, excuse me. Hi. Can I just say really quickly, I was leaving on my way out. I just thought you looked super cute. Thank you. Yeah, you have a nice outfit on. It's like is that Zara?
Zara?
The jacket.
The jacket, yeah.
It is, yeah, I can tell.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. How's everything going with you? What you up to right now?
Actually, I'm here for work. I start at 3.
You work in the mall? What do you do? Notice in that recording just now, I didn't have a camera crew. I didn't have to mic up. I didn't have some undercover thing going. All I did was I pulled out my phone, and I knew I was going to be ordering coffee. I knew I was going to be walking into the gym. I knew I was going to be at the kiosk at the mall to ask a question. And so I just pressed record on video, and I held the phone, and I had my 30-second conversation for the day. And I listened to how I talked in that moment, and I walked away from it. And you don't need to film the other person. You just listen to yourself communicating. Okay? You listen to yourself communicating so you can hear how you sound. And then here's the bonus part of this is you actually go in, if you really want to get better with it, you go in and write out the conversation, but more importantly, rewrite it. How could it have been 1 or 2 steps better? What is something funny that you could have said in that interaction? What is something witty you could have...
100%. 100%. And I've said before in other videos recently, when I was younger, I used to write out what the thread of conversation, like the subject areas I could touch on. So this would be the main subject area, then I can touch on this. You know what I mean? So what bar does she go to? Is she having a good time? Oh, how does she know there's friends that she with? I don't know. Does she recommend it? I know these are not really boring. I'm kind of thinking of. I don't even go clubbing anymore. You know what I mean? But anyway, the main point is there's a main subject area, and there's kind of branches off there. And just think, oh, okay, I can go and obviously depends what she says. You know what I mean? Maybe that will inspire more conversation on along those lines. But also an important thing to note is you got to listen to her. Right, so you don't take a conversation and you're just quickly trying to get through these subject areas as quickly as possible. She might have something interesting that she was about to say. If you're not listening to her, you've gone on and you've kind of stymied this kind of momentum that she's got. You know what I mean? So, yeah, don't be afraid of a little bit of a pause, knowing, say, especially once you've got those main subject areas in mind that you know you can fall back on. But anyway, again, this guy, man, let's go back I'm going to go back 10 seconds just so we don't miss anything like the thread of what he's trying to say. Absolutely brilliant.
If you really want to get better with it, you go in and write out the conversation, but more importantly, rewrite it. How could it have been 1 or 2 steps better? What is something funny that you could have said in that interaction? What is something witty you could have said in that interaction? What's one way you could have injected a little bit of callback humor? Or what's one other question you could have just asked the person in that moment? And guys, this does not require a lot of time. I think as I'm saying this, you guys are thinking, oh damn, I'm gonna have to like really do a lot in my routine. No, dude, I'm talking about building social confidence by doing 5 to 10 minutes of a social warm-up, followed by 1 to 2 minutes of recording yourself. Like if you want to keep it even shorter, you do a 5 to 10 minute talk forever drill, followed by a 30-second full video recording, review it, do 30 seconds more. You go out in your day-to-day, you say something to 3 strangers, and then that one person that you happen to get into a longer conversation with, you extend it 30 seconds using the framework I showed you earlier. You review one of your conversations and you rewrite it out. We're talking about maybe 15 to 20 minutes here to really skyrocket your social confidence. Information.
Okay, we're going into a sales pitch now, but listen, props to this guy, Coach Kyle. That's top left-hand corner. I do think that he's just got a lot of good advice to give as an older man. I'm not saying for me as an older man, as an older man looking back. You know what I mean? So, I mean, we're still in our youth anyway until we're like near dead. You know what I mean? So it's all good. But anyway, this guy does know what he's talking about. That's part 4 of 4. End of this little series. I'm going to go through a few of his other videos and see if there's anything that I haven't already covered, which kind of gives us new news. But we can't do nothing without y'all. So yeah, please click on the Deck Heroes icon, click on subscribe. Got loads of amazing, exciting content to come out, and I really can't wait to do it. So click on the notification just to make sure that you don't miss out. Please like, subscribe. That is Steve, and I'm out.